Wow, some lessons I've learned from the field. I have learned so many lessons from the field. And the good thing is that they have been lessons learned intentionally, and some, actually most, are unintentional. That's how I can put it. But my number one lesson is believe in yourself. Oh, this one goes a long way. Believe in yourself. There are projects that you'll be given and you do not know even how to start and where to start from. But just the fact that you believe in yourself and you know that you've been appointed in this season for a reason, push until you get it. I have a there's an experience I have with, in 2019, I was privileged to work with Facebook. So they were looking for people who are well versed in digital marketing and those who can train, and people who are also passionate about small and medium enterprises, SMEs. So when I was making this application, I didn't even know it was Facebook. It was just an advert online that I saw and I jumped on it. I did not know that at the end of the day it's going to be something worth. So you know those things you just see on the internet and you're like, should I, shouldn't I? Digital marketing trainers wanted, needed, and you just feel, wow, okay, let me just do it. So for me it was, let me just do it. But I didn't know it was leading to where it is that it was leading to. So when I went for the interview is when they told me our client is Facebook. So I was struck. I was like, what? Are you guys serious? Meta, Facebook, really? So yeah, and well, I interviewed and I passed the interview, and we went for the training of trainers called the TOT by Facebook, and we were taken through the tools, the training, the curriculum that we're supposed to use, and we're given the tools to go and train. And so it's something that I was actually ready for. So I remember my first training session. I went into this room because they had already mobilized SMEs to come there. And it's not one person, two people, or three people. It's a whole big room. And people are waiting for you. Actually, I remember when I was walking in, there was pin drop silence. I was looking all around. I'm like, wait. Actually, when I entered the room, I remember one of the coordinators saying, the trainer has arrived. I almost felt like peeing on myself because I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to, I didn't know that to hype them up first or say my name first. You know those moments, just awkward moments, you don't know what to say first or last. So yeah, I went there and I stood in front and of course introduced myself. Thank God for being with me through it all. I introduced myself and I said I'm here representing Facebook and I would like to be their trainer for the evening. And it is around 6, I think it was from 6 to 9, yeah, 6 to around 9. So all these guys are looking at me. And then the funny thing, I was also seeing some familiar faces and people have actually, met way before, some mentors and some just, random people that I've met in my life before, and they were seated there and they're looking at me and they are expecting something from me. And not just something, they're expecting to leave that place with something good, with impact, something that has impacted them and changed their lives. And so I started the training. I connected my laptop and it was projected and I started my training. I trained. I got into the Q&A session and questions were asked and I was able to answer them. And I remember there are times that we were told if there's a question that you cannot answer, perhaps you can check with the team first and then you'll be able to answer them. So there are questions definitely I had to just maneuver my way of how I was going to answer them. And so it was a really big experience for me. But I believed in myself. I told myself, these guys have called me here and these guys want me to do this thing for them. And I stand here today and I'm representing them. I'm not representing me, I'm representing Facebook. And so I did my best. I think I was one of the best trainers because they kept on calling me for gigs, and it was one of the best experiences ever. Another thing that you can carry along the way, lessons learned, collaboration is key. Wow, collaboration is key when it comes to work. When it comes to the world of work, collaboration is key. And especially in communications, because communications is vast. And so there are people who are taking care of different roles. There'll be the social media manager, there'll be the digital marketer, there'll be the public relations officer, there'll be the graphic designer, there'll be the photographer, videographer, and all this make a team. They all of them, they make a department. So imagine you have a shoot or you have a documentary that you need to go and produce, and you're not aligned with your team, you're not well aligned. Trust me, it won't work. Collaboration is key. And one thing about collaboration, just swallow the bitter pill. Whatever it is someone told you yesterday, forget about it, get into work and work. Because something has to be done. At the end of the day, results are needed. You have to push yourself. Learn to just say sorry sometimes, even if you're not the one who did that thing. Just say sorry and move on. Because at the end of the day, teamwork goes a long way, especially in this field of communication and advocacy. Because most of the time, you're not going to do anything alone. And in my life, not so many things have I done alone. Most of the things I have done them with people. And you need to learn to build rapport with people. You need to learn to create relationships with people, right? So your team members are very important people in your life because they can make or break a project that you have. Something else that I have learned is impact is fulfilling. I've worked with different kinds of organizations. There are organizations that were just very specific on youth work, and that has also been my passion as well because I've worked with young people. Even in my church, I'm a church leader in the youth ministry, and just having that passion for youth went a long way even in my activities. And trust me, it was fulfilling work. It was hard work because it's also not so easy to work with young people, but it was fulfilling work. So every place I think I've been placed in, it's a matter of, just having that fulfillment. I remember my time at the Safal MRM Foundation. I was in charge of digital communications and fundraising. And this meant a lot of work with the communities, especially in Mariakani. Mariakani is in Kilifi County. And I could count the number of days I went there just to see how the company is giving back. Philanthropy is a beautiful thing. And once you get into it, you don't want to get out. There are days we could go to different areas within the Kilifi County and with different initiatives, a food drive, tree planting, working with children, teaching them about the environment and awareness, working with young people and teaching them about how they can enhance their capacities to be better. It is fulfilling work, and sometimes that is all what you need. Yes, you'll receive your salary at the end of the day, but the moment you feel you've done something that is of worth, it goes a long way. And last lesson that I've learned from the field, your network is your net worth, all right? There are times when you will not really stay in an organization, but you will build a network that you could not have built at all if you didn't come to that organization. And so sometimes it's just good to have a positive mind that even if you leave, I have left networks. I have worked with people that I cannot just drop like it's hot, There are people whom I will carry for the rest of my life. Perhaps they just didn't need you in that organization. Perhaps they saw your skills and they're like, I remember we worked with this lady of this organization and she did a very good job. And that leads me to say something that whatever it is that you do it well. Anything that you do, even if you're being paid little, just do it well. Do it well, because you never know who is seeing you. Okay, number one is God, but then you never ever know who else is interested in what you're doing. Because at the end of the day, people don't know what you're being paid. You may be paid 6 figures or less, but to them, they don't know how much you're being paid. All what they want from you is good work at the end of the day. And so that also enables you to build networks, because someone is able to see you work. They're able to see you thrive in whatever sector that you've been placed in. And that goes a long way as well. So yeah, those business cards that you have in your wallets, in your bags, in your passes, just sit down today and go through them and just check out who can I give a call and collaborate on something. You get it. And when I talk about collaboration, I think I draw a lesson from an organization that I worked with, and we were coming up with a huge conference in Africa. And man, that conference, oh my goodness, you had to be online every time with these guys, just coordinating. Coordination is very key. And sometimes you just have to just step down from the horse and say, fine, we're the ones who have the vision. We're the ones who are carrying this. So it's okay. We will just chase it, even if you don't want to. Okay? Because working with partners is also quite difficult. So wait, how many hours do we spend most of the day at work? 9 hours? So imagine 9 hours of gloom. Wow, that's too many hours in a month. So just push yourself and learn to enjoy every moment. Keep having a positive attitude. A positive attitude takes you a long way. One thing that works for me is dressing up. So anytime I feel like I have stress and I need to accomplish something, I'll just dress up and finish it up. So there are many people who have different coping mechanisms. Others will snack, others will be on their headphones. Whatever makes you happy, do it. And I will always say, do it as if you're doing it unto God and not unto man. And that's how I end this. Thanks.